Bonjour et bienvenue à la nouvelle édition de Français pour les anciens étudiants d'espagnol. Aujourd'hui, on va expliquer les contractions avec les prépositions à et de. So today we're going to talk about prepositions, the prepositions à and de, and the contractions that they make. Vous aurez besoin de votre cahier, bien sûr, et un crayon ou un stylo. Puis, tournez à la prochaine page. If you would please go to the next page. Pour moi, c'est la page 29. For you, use the correct page, whatever your next page is. Ah bon, c'est aujourd'hui le... Oh là là, c'est le 13. Le 13 novembre 2016. Please use the correct date for you. And these are contractions avec à et de. Okay. These are contractions that happen in front of definite articles. Sorry, I had a brain fart there for a moment. So, contractions avec à et avec de. So, à, ça veut dire at or to, and de, ça veut dire of or from. Now you'll remember in español, we had these same two contractions. We had a, at or to, and we had de, which was of or from. And you may remember when we had these that a plus el, meaning the, contracted to form al, and de plus el, meaning the, contracted to form el. Okay, and you'll remember that we used a to indicate that you were going to a place, and sometimes we used it with ir a followed by an infinitive. So we had voy al parque, parque. And then we had voy a estudiar. Okay, so we had I'm going to the park, I'm going to study. And then we had de, and we could use that with venir de. Vengo del parque. I'm coming from the park. And sometimes we used it with possession. Tengo el lápiz. Lápiz. If I could spell in Spanish today, that would be great. Del niño. That I have the boy's pen. Okay, so these were some of the ways that we use these particular contractions and prepositions in Spanish. All right, so en français. En français. En français, c'est un peu plus compliqué, mais pas beaucoup. So not a lot more complicated than this in French. So en français, let's actually start off with both contractions. We're going to write them 4 times. Why? Because we have 4 definite articles. You'll remember words that mean the. We have le, la, les, and l'apostrophe. So we have a plus le, a followed by la, a followed by l'apostrophe, and a followed by le. And this is what happens. When you have a followed by le, just like in Spanish, when you had a followed by el, you form a contraction. In this case, the contraction is o. A, ou. On se prononce o. So you pronounce that just like the letter o. A followed by la, we make no change. A, la. A followed by l'apostrophe is a, l'apostrophe. And a followed by le, ça forme o. And while it's pronounced just like this one, it does have an x on the end of it to indicate that it is plural. And that x is silent unless you have a vowel as or silent H as your next letter. Okay? Then again we have de. Let's do the same thing with de. De followed by le, de followed by la, de, L apostrophe, and de followed by le, de followed by le. Because this is French and sometimes we have symmetrical forms, we do indeed form a contraction here. And in this case, the contraction is du. Then we have de la, no change. We have de, L apostrophe, and we have de followed by le, which is day. Okay? Now, one way that you may actually see this used in your textbook is there are several verbs that take these prepositions after them, but the one that you might see most often is jouer. So we have jouer à, which is followed by an activity or a game. And we have jouer de, which is followed by a musical instrument. And how does this work? On joue aux cartes. Mais on joue pas what don't I play? Tennis. Oh, tennis. Okay? We play cards, but we don't play tennis. Okay? Then we have jouer de followed by a musical instrument. Ma mère joue de la guitare. De la guitar. And then let's look at a negative sentence. Mon frère ne joue plus du piano. My mother plays guitar, but my brother no longer plays piano. Okay, positive and negative expressions. The other thing is that let's take a look at de with possession. And we may have actually already looked at this in our section on possession, but it's worth mentioning that de is also used with possession. Also used avec la possession. Oh là là. S-S-E-O-N. Avec la possession. And remember, in French, we don't have apostrophe S. So if we have Riley's notebook, ça va traduire à le cahier de Riley. And if, let's say that we had the dog's toy. Dog's toy. So we have, in French, we have to change this. We can't say the dog's toy. We have to say the toy of the dog. So le jouet du chien, because chien would have le in front of it because it's masculine singular. De plus le equals du. En français, les contractions contractions are not optional. They are absolutely 100% mandatory, and you must use them. If you're not using them, it's a really, it's a noticeable grammatical error. Okay? De is also used, so let's actually, is also used with what we call the partitive article, with l'article partitif. Partitif. Now you'll remember we had un, meaning a, an, or one. We had une, meaning a, an, or one. but we had des, which was some. And this is an example of l'article partitif because we don't have all of it. A lot of times you'll see this with food. Je mange du gâteau. I am eating some cake. Tu ne bois pas de la limonade, Okay, you are not drinking lemonade. This idea of anytime you see de and it's followed by what could possibly be a definite article, le, la, le, or l'apostrophe, it will act exactement de la même manière, will be exactly the same way. Okay? So, s'il vous plaît, tournez à l'indice. And c'est aujourd'hui le... Oh, bof. C'est le 13... Non. Oui, c'est le 13 novembre 2016. And this is contractions with A et deux. Okay. And ça, c'est la page 29, 30. Merci. Au revoir.